We should get stuck into some readings from you because we have 5 lucky people that were selected this week, and their questions were chosen, and they're listening with anticipation as to what you will give for them. So should we get started?
Yep.
Love. I've even got some psychic music. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it's here for you. Just to get into the mood, kind of thing, right? Now, Question 1 comes from Belinda. Her date of birth is the 13th of the 8th, 1979. And she just asks for a general life reading.
Yep. Okay, around Belinda, look, I get a lot of changes around her at the moment. I feel like there's a lot of decisions that need to be made around the home front. I also feel that there's a sale of a house and a purchase of another house coming up for her as well, okay? I feel that money is good around her and better finances are coming her way as well. So, money definitely picking up around her. I also see a change in her job, a career for her. She might have just already made that change in her career. If not, I don't feel like it'll be too far away. And I also feel like with her, I feel like things are a little unsettled around the home at the moment. But not to worry, okay, because I feel like everything will settle very quickly around the home front. So, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. That sounds like very much positive for Belinda there. Good news. And
money finances are very good, so that's really good too.
Oh, well, that's good. Everyone needs help in the finance department, of course, so it's always good to hear. That's like I'm getting good at this. Maybe I could be one of the hosts on Psychic TV, Elisa. Maybe I'll just come to Sydney and just do that as a job.
Maybe you could. I'd love to work with you, Jane.
You don't sound that pleased with me coming to be a host on Psychic TV. I'm developing my.
I would love to work with you, Jane.
Developing
I'll work alongside you any day.
Thank you. I'm developing my intuition. Let's go to question number 2. Question number 2 comes from Daniela. Who I know she's from Sydney. Her date of birth is the 28th of the 5th, 1979, and she wants to know, where do you see her in 5 years' time? Or where does she see herself, rather, in 5 years' time?
Yep. Hi, Daniela. Look, I feel like Daniela, I'll get a little bit more of a reading on her as well, okay, apart from her question, but I just feel like she worries a lot about things, all right? I feel like she's a very organised person. She likes to be organised. So it's almost like the clock's ticking for her, and this is what she's worried about. So she wants to move forward in life, with a relationship, marriage, kids, and I feel like this is a worry for her. She doesn't need to worry. I definitely see a marriage there, and I see her having her own home. I get a 2-story house around her, and I also see 2 kids around her as well. There's a boy and a girl, so she's got one of each, which is really good and lucky. I also get study around her too. I don't know whether she's doing law right now or whether it's something that she will look into, but it's definitely very strong around her. And there's quite a bit of travel for her coming up in the future too. So I just also feel like she needs to start putting herself first, okay, because her happiness is very important. She likes to please everybody else, but now's the time to start looking after herself and doing what she needs to be doing for herself.
Oh, that's nice. Good on Daniela there. And she also sent in a picture, Daniela. And we always love to get the pictures in as well, don't you?
Yeah, it's good to see her face.
And does it really enhance the reading for you to get a picture in?
Look, it does. I mean, you get your information anyway for the spirit, but it's always good to see the face there. And yes, I do feel like it enhances it a bit more. It's just nice to have the face there. I like to look at the pictures.
Lovely. So while we encourage everyone to send in your questions to get on to the Facebook page, The Bash, and send in your questions on Facebook, or they can even do it through your page as well, Elisa Greenfield. You can look her up on Facebook. We encourage you to send in some photos as well because it does help. Let's go to question 3. This is Sue's. Her date of birth is the 27th of the 6th, 1973, and her question is: would like to know from her guides if they have a message for her and what she can do to heal her life from every situation.
Okay. Hi, Suze. Look, beautiful picture. But there's a sadness that I see behind your happy face, okay? I also feel like there's a little bit of heartbreak that's been going on around you, a lot of letdowns in the past. So, and I also get a lot of issues with trust around you too. to start healing yourself, you need to release the past and start focusing on the future, okay? You need to start feeling good about yourself and start to love yourself again, all right? I get that there's a lot of love and support for you from your family. So, and also the message from you guys is be more in tune with yourself, okay? Trust yourself, love yourself, and you'll heal just by doing that, okay? Also call upon Archangel Michael for protection, okay? So that's another thing that you can do. And you can also sort of cut cords as well, you know, from issues that have gone on in your life and that still tend to bother you. So that's another thing that you can do as far as that goes with healing yourself too.
Oh, that's lovely. Well, thank you, Suze, for writing in your question. You know, Elisa, the thing I find, I've watched a few episodes of Psychic TV recently, and I find that even though, you know, people send in their questions and you'll give an answer that's specific to them, sometimes other people listening can find a lot of advice through, you know, the answers that you give.
Yeah, you can because you can relate to
Yes.
you know, things that they're asking and what you're getting through your messages. You're right, James. You can relate to them and you can listen as to, you know, the advice that you give to people, and you can learn from it as well.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other people too that are looking in also, you know. It's a bit of advice that goes out to them and they listen and learn from those messages. So, yeah, you're right.
Absolutely. We'll go to question 4, Elisa. Question 4 is from Natasha. Her date of birth is 21st of the 11th, 82. Her question is, will I ever find and marry my soulmate? Oh, she's asking for a bit too much, don't you think?
Sorry? What was that?
I said, her question was, will I ever find and marry my soulmate? She's asking for a bit too much, don't you think?
Yeah. I need to tell Natasha, look, there's definitely a marriage there for you. There is a marriage there for you, and there is a gentleman coming into your life, okay? There'll be a very strong connection between the both of you, all right? I feel like this will all happen around a 2-year period, okay? And this is the gentleman that you will settle with. I see him as being quite tall, dark, and very, very handsome. So you're very lucky, Natasha, okay? He's also a little shy. He works very well with money, they tell me. Like, you know, he'll be, like, he could be an accountant or something like that, okay? You need to know that a soulmate can be anyone too. It can be a sister, it can be a friend, you know, a family member. A soulmate isn't necessarily a lover, all right? It can be anyone that you connect with and someone that you just feel like is known forever.
And what about animals?
There's definitely a marriage there.
What about animals? Do animals jump into the soulmate experience as well?
Yeah, well, you can, yeah. I feel, because animals sometimes can't say that. Look, definitely, James, it sounds funny, but it's true. I mean, it's all soul and it's all spirit.
I thought I might.
Animals pass.
Sorry, Dale. I thought I might stump you there. That's all.
No, you do. It's a good possibility because it's all soul and it's all spirit. So, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Why not?
Excellent. And we move to our last question. I'll tell you what, 10, 15 minutes, that passes by pretty quickly, you know. But our last question comes from Daniele, or Daniel. He's an Italian bloke, so it's Daniele is Daniel in English. And it's, by the way, I do encourage more gentlemen to write in questions as well, because sometimes, I don't know, you can tell me, you know, better if you like, but I find that men can be more skeptical than women when it comes to psychic powers, intuition, things like that. Is that just something that I found? Yeah. Is that common?
It's true, but you know what? It's becoming more common for males to, even on television, so the readings and see pictures in. And personally, when I do parties or readings from home and things like that, I do get a lot of males as well.
Right.
So, you know, and it's great to see. It's absolutely great to see. And I've done parties where they've come in, you know, a bit sceptical, but they walk out and they say to me, I never believed, but now I do. So it's great.
Well, that's awesome. And here on the Bash Radio shows, we continue the Psychic Thursday segment every second week or so. We encourage more and more males to write in as well because, I want some bloody equality on this show. I don't want just chicks writing in, okay? All right. But now going back to Daniel and his question, his date of birth is the 1st of the 3rd, 85, and he's been a bit greedy. He wants 2 questions. His first one is, what does the future hold for him career-wise? And he also wants to know about love in his life this year.
The love question. Daniel looks very cheeky too, I might add.
He is a bit of a cheeky bastard, isn't he?
He does. He looks very, very cheeky. Okay. All right. With Daniel, I feel that he's going places. I feel like around the career, okay? I get sales around him as well. So I don't know whether he's actually in sales now doing real estate, but I definitely feel this is very strongly around him, okay?
Right.
So if he's not already in it, I feel like this is the line of work that he should be doing,
okay.
all right?
Yep.
I also feel like there's study for him too. So, in the future, it's something that he could be looking into and take on doing real estate. But like I said, I feel like it's something that's very good for him, okay? And as far as the love goes, I feel as though he's not quite ready to give his heart just yet. He's a little bit of a Romeo, I get. And I just feel like he's enjoying life so much right now, but he's just not ready to settle, okay? I do give him, 1.5 years before I feel like, somebody will come into his life.
Yep.
The right one. And I feel like she's into marketing, this girl, and I feel as though she's quite tall and fair, blonde.
Right.
Very much like Daniel in personality. So, and he just needs to, the message I was getting for him from Spirit too is that he needs to be a little bit more responsible with money.
With money.
Well. So what the goal is there. Yeah, I just feel like he's a little bit free with his money, okay? I feel like money's good around him.
Yep.
But I feel like he's a little bit free with it at times, so he just needs to watch that a little bit more. So, but look, definitely career and everything, look, it's fantastic, But like I said, I just feel sales and real estate around him very, very strongly, so I don't know whether he does this yet or something that he could be looking into, and this is where the study comes in there. But, look, fun-loving guy, and, I just feel like, in a year and a half, this is when he'll settle down.
Right. Well, that's great. That's great. Well, that completes our, our questions for this week. I mean, how cool was that? That was pretty easy, wasn't it?
It's been fun. It's been fun.
It is a lot of fun. And I also encourage people to, the people that do ask questions, I encourage them to write back in and, and give us some feedback, as to if things eventuate for them and things that you're telling them can be taken on board, etc. Would you like to hear back from them?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's always great to get feedback. I love the feedback. So, yeah.
Well, my goodness, I was sweating it up here, Elisa, just listening to you go, on and on about the, the questions and answering people and stuff. It's fantastic. It's really, really great to hear. And I think I'm going to love this segment coming up every 2 weeks or so here on the Bash Radio Show.
That'd be great. Looking forward to it.